Today I was learning about addictions. Such an interesting topic, and I was speaking with my mentor about addictions. And addictions is adopted very easily most time because they are sneaky, because most time people take addictions because those are very short-term pleasures. But those short-term pleasures are some kind of drugs, mind drugs, to go away from your day-to-day lives. And that sounds very bad, but that's addictions are very bad. So that means we need to make sure that we understand how to deal with them, because a lot of times people don't want to speak with them and they do not accept that they had addiction. But there's a lot of things that we could do to handle them. So I hope that after this lesson you will have few key ideas how you can reduce your addictions. Because when you think about addictions, people think about addictions with alcoholism, that people are really then is very addicted. But sometimes there is from 1 to 5, like it's a very small addiction, but those addictions are still taking control of your life. And if you take full control of your addictions, you can get back a lot of things in your life. Now, if you think about all those addictions, the one thing that stands out for me, that a lot of times people start with, oh, just a little bit, but that a little bit moves to a little bit more, and that a little bit more moves to a little bit more. And after a while, people get addicted. So all those small addictions could potentially lead to big addictions. Even though they have a small addiction, you need to understand that you need to reduce it, not vice versa, because people are drinking 1 beer and they don't feel anything, and it's okay, I will take 2 beers, then they take 3 beers, 4 beers, and after a while they see that they drink 6 beers and they still don't feel anything, and after that they become more and more tuned to drink even more and more. Now, when I think about addictions, there is a lot of different addictions. There is drinking. So that means that drinking, they reduce our brain capacity. There is smoking that take control of our lungs. Addiction of playing video games, and that reduces your and wastes your time. Porn addiction, and that reduces your capacity in relationship, because that's hurts relationships. So there's a lot of addictions that we need to get rid of, and what we're supposed to do to get rid of our addictions. And one way to reduce our addictions is to build a dream. When you have a dream to pursue something, of course you want to reduce your addiction. So when you have that strong why, you potentially could move forward. But of course there is people who are not dream motivated. They need to build a system, the process that could allow them to get out of those addictions. And one of the best process that I found about how to control that is questions that I learned from Blair Dunkley, and he shares about 4 questions that a person could ask, and it is who, what, how. So that means when we look into addiction, so let's take an example. Let's take an example of food addiction. So say that, okay, I eat too much. I go to the fridge and I eat ice cream, and I eat cookie, and I eat something. I'm constantly eating. So when I think about those 4 questions, first question is who? Who is eating too much? Of course, you need to take ownership of this, because if you don't take ownership, you will never deal with addiction. So you take ownership of your addiction and say, this is me. So okay, the first one is dealt. So now second is what? So that means what I used to do. So now you say, okay, I go to a fridge and I take some kind of cookie. I eat lunch and I always want some kind of sweet. I do something and I always explain what you used to do in the past, what you want to change. Now, second what is what you want to do now. Because it's very important to understand that it's something that you used to do in the past could be changed, and what you do in the future could be totally different things. So now, like, it's okay, what do you want to do now? You want to eat much more healthy, and you want to eat less. And now the last question is how you plan to do that. So that means if you used to go to eat ice cream, so okay, what kind of process system you can do? So that means you can say, okay, when I will want to eat ice cream, I will take yogurt. So that means one is important to understand that a lot of times people want to break something, break a bad habit, break addiction, but you're not able to get rid of something. What you're able to do is to move to something else. And when you move to something else, you're able to move to something that could be much more healthy for you. So that means if you used to eat sugary ice cream, now you move to some kind of yogurt. Or you can create, when I want to eat ice cream, what I will do 50 push-ups to make sure that I use some kind of calories. Or because a lot of times when you will want to eat ice cream, but you know that you need to do 50 push-ups, you will say, oh, not today, because that barrier between you and ice cream, 50 push-ups, will reduce eating of ice cream. But if you really want to eat those ice cream, you will do those push-ups, but that's again will reduce your size of the portion that you eat. And everything that you do, I think that it's very important to build those systems in place. Okay, so that I will repeat one more time the question. So that means, who is responsible to fix it, what you used to do in the past, what you will do now, and how you will do it. And when you build that system and you understand that the question asks again, so when I will want to do that, when I will want to smoke, then I will go forward. Then so that means always what I will do when, and then I will do something. So that means when you build that system, or people who have dreams and who want to build dreams, and then those dreams are huge enough, they will be able to break out of those addictions. So I hope that after this session you understand how bad those addictions are, and even though that you can rationalize that those small addictions doesn't hurt, but every small addiction hurts. That means food is addiction, it reduces your health, like smoking, it reduces hunger, alcohol reduces brain. There are so many different addictions, and we need to make sure that we do not rationalize it and we cut them off by changing to something else. So I hope that this lesson helped you out, and if that helped you out, I hope that you will share to someone else, subscribe, like, and I hope you'll choose to win, and see you tomorrow.